Hey, it's me, GV, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Let's 100% The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. In the last episode, we were attempting to hear Nelrene and Mazada talk, but we were unable to. The game just wouldn't let us progress, and I don't know why, silly game. But I reloaded, and I basically just waited here again, and interestingly enough, as soon as the waiting time ended, they resumed their conversation, but like midway through. So I guess it just bugged out. I have never encountered that bug ever. So maybe it's just a PC exclusive bug. But regardless, I've overheard Mazada and Nelrene speaking. I need to confront Mazada with this information. Boom. Thank God it worked. I was getting kind of scared there.
Ah, you again. Have you seen any of Mazada's things? A shiny spoon or a broken bottle? I can't find them.
I have seen your things, but what I've seen, Mazada, is you talking about the conspiracy.
I told you, I don't know anything. You can't prove a thing.
I heard you talking to Nelrene.
What? It's for the good of Crucible. You must see that. Please, spare me. I'll do anything.
Who else is involved?
I don't know besides Nelrene. She is taking orders from someone, but won't tell me who. If I find out, will you promise to spare me?
I'll make no such promise.
Okay. I get the names, and then you'll see. It will be worth it, I promise you. Meet me in my house tomorrow at midnight. I'll have information for you. Just please spare me.
Meet me in your house at midnight, and also please spare you. Yeah, I don't know if that combination is going to work out, Mazada, but we'll see, I suppose.
I've agreed to help you already. Torturing me further will do you no good. I'm not listening to you. It's because I don't like you.
Well, that seals the deal, Mazada. You've sealed your fate, buddy.
Bye.
Bye. Mazada admitted to being involved in a plot to kill Lady Syl. He's asked for time to learn more about who's behind it. I should meet him at his house in 1 day's time. In the meantime, I should investigate Nelrene's role in this. Oh, interesting. I forgot that there's a component to Nelrene.
What do you want? I hope for your sake you are not accusing me of anything.
Oh, but I am Nelrene. I heard you talking to Mazada.
Did you? And you have proof of this?
My
No,
ears?
you don't, do you? Well, then you'll get nothing out of me.
Very well. You shall be spared.
Oh, thank you.
What? Oh, that's weird. It gave us, like, the conspiracy option, as if we had Herdier with us, but we do not, of course.
Walk.
Nelrene has denied involvement in any sort of conspiracy. I'll need to be more persuasive with her or find direct evidence she's involved, which is kind of odd,
What do you...
considering none of these dialogue options are glowing, which means she can't tell us anymore, so I don't know how we could be more persuasive.
Walk with our Lord.
But we have a new quest marker, interestingly enough, although it probably leads to Mazada's house, doesn't it? Yes, indeed it does. So maybe we can pickpocket her and find something. Where did she go? Over here. Let's test out and see if, like, they actually hate us if we try to just pickpocket them. I always forget in Oblivion. They have nothing. Well, Nelrene has nothing. Well, we can also just wait for Mazada, can't we? It's odd that it gave me the hint to be more persuasive. I'm pretty sure we can't do anything to persuade.
Apologies, citizen, but I must return to my post.
Okay, let's just wait a day's time and see if we can't talk to Mazada. We might still have to investigate Nelrene's role, but even if that's the case, at least we can end off one end or tie off one end of this whole conspiracy situation with Mazada. And then he's also going to die. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to drive my blade through his skull, which I guess isn't YouTube friendly, but oh well. Just because... yeah, he basically, he's made it very obvious that he doesn't like me, and I don't like him. Okay, so we can meet in his house, which looks like it's right over here. I have to break into, which is also super annoying. But easy, nevertheless. Okay, Mazada. I found Mazada dead in his home. I should see if he was holding any evidence of this conspiracy. Little twist there. Let's see. Mazada's cupboard key, Mazada's key, and 10 gold. Now, the cupboard key is a pretty good indication. We should check the cupboard, I think. I found a key on Mazada's body. He has hidden evidence somewhere that may help my investigation. I'll need to find it. Ladies and gentlemen, I am running this game at the highest possible graphics, and take a look at that blood. I don't know why, but for some reason, the Elder Scrolls and Bethesda just have not been able to recreate blood, like, realistically in any of their games. In Skyrim, it looks like crap as well. It's just so odd. Okay. We have to remember that we are a thief, so let's go ahead and grab anything if it's of value, but this house looks pretty decrepit. I don't think we're going to be finding anything of too much value. Although calipers... we can always make use of calipers. As a lot of you have mentioned, we're going to need about 100 or so to complete the Tovia and Restful quest. So we better start collecting as much as humanly possible now, because otherwise I'm going to have to grind out a lot of those calipers, which is going to be quite annoying. Quite annoying indeed. Okay, so we're looking for a cupboard. The Standing Stones. Oh, interesting. I didn't realize there was going to be a Standing Stones book in Oblivion. I guess I've just glossed over that one. All right, so here's the cupboard. Nelrne's ceremonial short sword and Mazada's crinkled note, which we will, of course, read. I have found the items Mazada hid in his house. The evidence points to Nelrene, and I should confront her about it. Yeah, it's really odd how they kind of just give you a red herring, you know? There's really, from what I can tell, nothing to do with Nelrene until you find out that Mazada's been killed. Okay, so let's go ahead and read Mazada's crinkled note.
I haven't got much time. She's coming for me.
Okay, that wasn't so bad, right?
Nelrene asked me to hold on to this.
Nelrene asked me to hold on to this sword. Said I should give it to Anya and have her do the deed, but Anya wouldn't. Now maybe it can find a better use as evidence. Syl will recognize it. Muurine is in charge. She's the one telling Nelrene what to do. If I'm not around, I hope this is enough evidence to bring her in. I hope I'm alive to see it. You are not alive. Hate to inform you this way, Mazada, but you are in fact dead. Muurine, interesting. We tried talking to her, but she wouldn't crack. So that's interesting. Okay. I found the items Mazada hid in his house. The evidence points to Nelrene, and I should confront her about it. Nelrene, where are you at? Let's do some quick hopping. Maybe increase our acrobatics just a wee bit. Huh? Just a little bit. Just a tiny little bit, maybe. A little acrobatics increase for pop. No? Come on. The stairs are always the best as far as I can tell because you just get constant jumps. I know people say that your acrobatics increase based on, you know, how much stamina you're using or fatigue you're using. Where is this? Why are you all the way... This is kind of odd that she's all the way by the palace.
Blessings.
She should be walking around. Or maybe they come into the... Huh. I just thought the Crucible guards usually stay at Crucible, but I suppose not. She's in this very room.
Blessings, citizen.
Yeah, I don't know if you're gonna have that. If you're gonna hold that tune after I talk to you about this.
What do you want? You have no proof. You cannot hold me accountable for anything.
Oh, but I can. I have your ceremonial sword. I was almost gonna say short sword. I have your ceremonial sword.
And with it, you'll do what?
Kill you!
I'm not even the one you want. Muurine is behind it. You'll need solid proof to pin it on her.
Nelrene, you're going to go down regardless of what happens. I'm telling you, it's going to happen.
You already know my part in this. There is nothing more to say.
Nelrene has admitted to being involved in the conspiracy. I now have enough evidence to confront Muurine.
Walk with our Lord.
I hope something happens to you, Nelrene. I think it will. But yeah, the two Reens, Muurine and Nelrene, need to go down. And they will go down. I assure you guys. And if not, if they somehow evade the law, if they somehow evade the madman's law, I will be there to take them out. I'm like Dexter. If anyone's ever seen Dexter before it really went downhill. And boy, did it go downhill fast. It was like a steaming hot pile of garbage that just couldn't stop. And I don't know why, but I really did enjoy the beginning parts of it, at least. Yeah, he kills people. Should we just wait? Yeah, let's wait until the daytime. It's 4 right now. Let's wait about 6, 7, 8 hours. Yeah, man, Dexter is an example of a show that was really good at the start. I remember the season 2 being my favorite. And then it just starts rolling downhill, like I said, just cannot stop. I don't know what they were thinking, man. It's so depressing to think about what they did to that show. And it had such a unique premise as well, for anybody that doesn't know. Dexter was a serial killer that killed people that would evade the law. So, for instance, when Casey Anthony, which was a big story in Florida, not only nationally because I grew up in, I lived in Florida my whole life until about 3 years ago. Huge story there because that's where it happened. And, yeah, I saw, like, a picture of Dexter reading, Casey Anthony gets off scot-free. And, like, he had a smirk on his face because he was going to kill her. Because he would kill people that would evade the law that were also terrible people. So, worth watching. But just keep in mind, it will go downhill later on.
Hello there. I just finished a lovely conversation with Uncle Leo. It seems he's not feeling well today. Lost an arm.
Oh, that's unfortunate. But, Muurine, you're going to lose much more than that. Hate to tell you.
I see you've done quite a bit of work to track me down. Yes, I orchestrated it. Syl deserves to die a painful death for turning on all of us and consorting with our enemies. Go ahead, do what you will. Nothing matters now. Haven't you got what you need? Shouldn't you be running off to tattle like a good little servant?
You're going to die, Muurine. I'd kill you right here if I didn't need to complete the quest.
You're talking to me, and I don't like you. Goodbye.
I know. Nobody likes me. I get it, okay? I don't need to hear it every single day of my life to understand that all y'all hate me, all right? I get it. Jesus. I've confronted Muurine, who has confessed to trying to kill Lady Syl. I should report this news to Lady Syl at once. So if you guys have not seen this DLC, and I remember when I asked, when I was starting this DLC, I was like, is there anybody that hasn't played the Shivering Isles that's watching this series? And there was tons of people. So yeah, I wonder what you guys think is going to happen here. I mean, this is the land of Sheogorath, the land of madness. Obviously, something like this, a conspiracy, a plot to take down the Duchess of Dementia, is not going to be... It's not going to be handled with ease. So, what do you think is going to happen to Nelrene? Modaz is already dead. What do you think is going to happen to Nelrene, to Muurine? I guess we'll see, won't we?
What news do you have to report, Inquisitor? Have you found who is responsible?
Muurine was behind it.
Is that so? I shall have her brought to the torture chamber at once. Meet me there shortly.
With pleasure, Lady Syl.
Yes?
Lady Syl has asked me to meet her in the torture chamber. I should travel there immediately. And I believe the torture chamber... Why is it over here? Doesn't this link... Oh, okay. Never mind. All right, let's head back over here. I wonder if she'll actually be here right now, which will be just silly. How did she get here that fast? Now that's magic. That's super magic. Hey, Herdir. How's it hanging, man? I think we're waiting for Lady Syl. We should probably just wait an hour, and she should show up. Loading screen?
You've confessed to attempting to kill me, I understand. The penalty for this treachery is death, and is to be carried out immediately. You see now what happens when those who oppose me fail, which they always do. I'm pleased with your work, Inquisitor. As a token of my appreciation, I shall spare your life and make you a courtier of dementia. In addition, accept this bow. May your enemies fear you and never know from where or with what enchantment you shall strike.
Okay, so we've been given my second favorite bow in the game, Ruin's Edge, and I think I usually do switch to it at this point in time. A lot of people, I completely just lost track of what I was going to say. It's gone. A lot of people something, without a doubt.
Lord Sheogorath would do well to stop bothering with the resonator and just send everyone away.
Now that I've become a member of the courts of both the Dukes of Madness, I should return to Sheogorath and report my progress. Okay, see you later, Lady Syl. So you would think, I mean, they would torture her much more, right? Is it not gonna... Come on now. I know she's dead already, but let me press the button. Yeah, you would think Muurine would suffer a far worse fate than literally instantly dying. I mean, that seems pretty forgiving, in all honesty. Iron Gate needs a key, and there's somebody sleeping in there. I actually don't know who that is, or if they're of any importance whatsoever. Probably not, but it's just interesting that I've never noticed that body there before. That person. Oh, there's another person there. Huh. And another person, so there's 3 people. It needs a key, and I'm not sure if there's any way we can get said key. Also, I wanted to loot... Oh, there we go. Okay, what do you have, Muurine? Liturgy of the Duelists, which we've already read. A duelist key and Muurine's key. So anytime we grab the keys, obviously we can go to their houses, which we have not been doing that great of a job at.
Yes?
Anything left, Herdier?
I'm not about to go to the missing pauldron. Even if they do sell armor, I'll stay in Crucible, thank you.
I would think you would like,
Take care
Wait,
now.
the missing pauldron, is that... Wait, what did you say?
Speak. I'm not about to go to the missing pauldron. Even if they do...
Oh, okay, I see. So you're not going to go to Bliss. I see, okay.
Take care now.
What do you want? See you later.
Bye. One thing to note, a major difference between Oblivion and Skyrim is that the dialogue is so stunted in Oblivion. Like, you really... For some reason, I guess it was just the design of the game, what they wanted to do, but there's so much less dialogue, you know, especially compared to Morrowind. If we go back to Morrowind, it wasn't voiced, and there was just tons and tons and tons. By the way, mental note that we have to go search Muurine's house. There was tons of dialogue to read, and in Skyrim, they did a decent job, even though it was voiced, of, you know, fleshing out certain things that you could ask about. In Oblivion, it seems very, very, very streamlined. Okay, now let's talk to Sheogorath.
Well, well, you've experienced both shades of madness. Wonderful. You seem fulfilled. Full of fill. Bursting at the seams. Seamless. Now, to the meat of your endeavor. The crux of the situation. The reason for your being here. And the likely cause of your death.
What do you mean?
You'll be stopping the Grey March, altering the course of events, breaking the cycle! A fly in the ointment, a new cause for a different effect. We're going to change things. No! Things will be different this time around. You'll be my champion. You'll grow powerful. You'll grow to be... me. Prince of Madness, a new Sheogorath. Or you'll die trying. I love that about you.
How can I be a Daedric prince?
A fair question. You won't really. At least I don't think so, but you'll have power. My power. Try not to lose it. It's a pain to replace. But for all intents and purposes, you'll be me. A me to fight the him, since I won't be around. It's simple, really, if you don't think about it.
Why me?
Because you seem a nice enough sort, and you've made it this far. And if you don't, I'll swallow your soul and vomit it into the ever-filling chamber pot of the ageless. But mostly because I asked nicely.
Where will you be?
Well, not here. Didn't I say that? I'm never here when Jiggalag walks. It's one of the rules. I've told you too much for now. Listen to me. Prattle on. I can see your mortal brain straining. We'll talk more later.
Actually, it's all pretty easy to grasp, so if you want to finish it, I mean, I'm here, man. What's next?
Now, you've seen the great torch that burns brightly over New Sheoth. No, because it doesn't. It should, but it doesn't. You'll fix that. You'll go to Cylarne and bring back the Flame of Agnon to relight the torch. Oh, and take care with my minions at Cylarne. In their eternal quest to please me, they're constantly fighting over Cylarne.
It can be tiresome, but really, it's divine. Divinely tiresome. Well, that's your problem now. Off with you. I don't want to see you again until the great torch is lit. I wouldn't want to have to hurt you much. Oh, don't forget to make use of dear Haskell. Between you and me, if he's not summoned 3 or 4 times a day, I don't think he feels appreciated.
Yeah, something tells me actually, Sheogorath, he doesn't like being summoned whatsoever. What is Cylarne?
That's where you're going to get the Flame of Agnon. Do you listen to anything I say? Do your ears work? If not, I can find use for them. Go and fetch the flame. Bring it to the Cecellum. Light the great torch. How are you going to be me if you can't even do what me tells you?
Buddy, I just wanted to know more about it, that's all. What is the Flame of Agnon?
It's what's used to light the great torch. Haven't we covered this? You'll find it in Cylarne, guarded by my saints and seducers.
See, most of the dialogue in Oblivion is usually done with like 1 to 2 cycles. So that's it. Like that time when we asked about the Flame of Agnon, he was literally done talking in 1 cycle. Usually in Skyrim, it goes on for longer than that. Okay. Well, I guess we're done here. We know pretty much about all this stuff.
Come visit again. Or I'll pluck out your eyes.
And also, I think this would be a good opportunity. We need to look at that bow as well. I remember now. Let's save the game here, and let me show you guys something really cool about this DLC. We're going to try to attack Sheogorath, okay? And we just saved the game so we can reload it. But let's say we wanted to kill Sheogorath and take his power for our own. Keep in mind he's a Daedric Lord, right? I can't move now. I'm frozen.
You really shouldn't have done that. Enjoy the view.
For those of you that couldn't hear what he said since there was no subtitles, it said, "You really shouldn't have done that. Enjoy the view." And he's placed us miles above the Shivering Isles. Boom. And then we die. On that rock that we saw earlier. I found this out, like, legitimately by myself because I tried attacking Sheogorath. And it was the coolest thing ever. I never expected that there would actually be, like, a unique little reaction that he would have. So it just blew my mind. But, yeah, he's obviously a demigod. Daedra are demigods, right? I mean, Aedra and Daedra both are demigods, aren't they? They're not full... Or they could be gods. I'm not the lore guy. Once again, I'm not sure if they're full gods or not. But Talos, I mean, he rose to be a god. So I don't know. I feel like they're just not all powerful gods. I know that there are like all powerful gods in the Elder Scrolls universe, right? So I think Daedra and Aedra are like a step down from that. But my point is, he's really powerful. Now let's see. Here we have the Inquisitor's cage, which is interesting to me that they would show this tiny little cage as our medal, basically, of doing that quest. And we should have a similar one for Mania. Yes, indeed, we have the Chalice of Reversal. So like I said, as you do these quests, these things fill up. Okay, so let's head back to Crucible and let's search Muurine. We have to remember one of our goals for this Let's Play is to get as much money as possible. And between investing for certain houses and things, we're obviously not doing too well. We've got like 5,000 gold. So anytime that we get a key from a dead body or something, we should search the house to see if we can find anything of use. So let's take a look at the local map and see where Muurine's house. She's got to live somewhere around here, right? There it is. So if I just keep going straight, it will be on the right after the bend, right around here. Okay, so if we go into sneak, we've got the key. Now, Muurine was wearing a robe of fine quality, so, I mean, she should have something, right? But this is kind of the reason why I haven't been searching people's houses and trying to steal as much as possible. Just because, again, as you guys have seen, they really just do not stock houses in Oblivion with too many valuables. They do a much better job in Skyrim. I think they learned their lesson by filling, like, random things you know, with jewels and such. But as you can see, there's just not much to take. Like, everything's valued at 5 or less for the most part. But we will search nevertheless, because it's a bit more fun that way. I think... Uncle Leo. Oh! That's who she was referring to. I don't know if there's any more, I don't know if there's anything referencing that she's got a zombie living upstairs, but obviously she's talking about her Uncle Leo. I don't know if I've ever found this out, that she's got literally a zombie living upstairs. Wow. Should we end the abomination? I think we should. Maybe Dar'Vesh is going to have some level of pity for this monster living upstairs. Let's put it out of its misery, I think. He has nothing on him. And she has nothing in her house, unfortunately. I think the rule is going to be, right now, since Dar'Vesh has acquired, you know, a decent amount of wealth, he's upgraded his properties, so that's part of his equity, right? I think what we're going to say is that we'll take anything that is valued at 50 or higher, and still, the value is going to be cut. But yeah, Dar'Vesh at the end of the day is a thief. So anything that is valued at 50 or higher, we will take. Anything else is kind of just a waste of our time and not even worth lugging around. And I think Dar'Vesh would understand that as well. But pure gold we will take, of course. And other valuables. So, yeah, that's the new rule. Anything that is 50 or above, and also if we ever get a key, we will search the houses, even though, again, Oblivion just does not stock houses with too many valuables. The cold flame of Agnon. Sheogorath wants me to relight the great torch of New Sheoth. I need to go to the ruins of Cylarne, kindle the flame of Agnon there, and return with its holy fire. Sheogorath warned me that the Golden Saints and Dark Seducers who guard the shrine often fight each other, so I should proceed cautiously. The Isle of the Flame is here. There's Cylarne. What's closest? Looks like Longtooth Camp. This is another really interesting quest. You know, even if the quests are pretty straightforward in the Shivering Isles DLC, they're just so unique and interesting that that's why I love this DLC so much. Again, just, you know, such an awesome little departure from what normally a DLC is. Like, look at Skyrim. We've got the Dawn Guard, normal DLC, you know, in the realm of Skyrim, it's normal, right? And then we've got Dragonborn, which again is normal. Although I really, really love Dragonborn. It's much more, has much more of an air of normalcy than the Shivering Isles, which is why I would love to see a DLC in another Daedric realm. I don't know what would be. Well, shoot, Dragonborn did have Apocrypha, Hermaeus Mora's Daedric realm, of course. But, and look at this, like, look at that. Yeah, that's one negative thing about this DLC, though, as I mentioned before. The camps are literally just like they're just a little house, that's it. And they make it a location, which is kind of disappointing, to say the least. But yeah, I mean, if there were another DLC in another Daedric realm, what would it be? I think I always confuse Peryeites. Peryeites is Quagmire, right? But I think people corrected me before that maybe it was somebody else's. We've seen Molag Bal's realm of Cold Harbor. We've seen that in the Elder Scrolls Online. The problem is a lot of the Daedric, you know, realms are just like despair. You know, we've seen Mehrunes Dagon's realm. We see it in Oblivion, obviously. It is the plane of Oblivion. Wait. Or am I getting that wrong? I feel like Oblivion may be the overall. Again, lore. Always the prick in my side. Me getting things wrong. But you know what I mean. A lot of the Daedric realms are just like bad. You know, they're just places you don't want to be. Whereas the realm of Madness is quite nice. You know, as long as you're on the Mania side, at least, right? So, I'm not sure. If you guys wanted to see a Daedric realm in a DLC, maybe that hasn't been done before, or maybe one that could be done better, what would you most want to see? You know, I want to read the comments because I always get the Daedric realms confused just because so many of them are just like, you know, shit, bad areas, you know, places you don't want to be, and then I get them confused. Okay. We're going to go, and I know a lot of them have been seen. I know that, you know, especially in Skyrim, you go to some and like little glimpses, but I mean like a fully fleshed out land, basically. Like even Apocrypha wasn't fully fleshed out, in my opinion. They could have done a better job. So what would you guys like to see? Let me know. We're going to end this episode here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. In the next episode, we are going to be doing this quest, basically. We're going to be walking through the doors of Cylarne, and I will see you there. Bye-bye.